Hi everyone, welcome to Melissa's kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy white bread recipe. So to make this bread I have taken here 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use maida or bread flour instead as well. Then I'm using 1 tablespoon of active yeast, 1 tablespoon sugar. Then I'm adding a half a cup of lukewarm water to get the yeast active. I'm going to mix this well and then cover it with a lid, and I will keep it aside for nearly 5 minutes. Then to the flour I'm adding a half a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to add some oil. I'm using olive oil today, but you can use any type of oil you prefer. I'm adding 1 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. Then give it a mix before adding the yeast. Then I'm adding the active yeast into the bowl. So then mix it all well, and I'm going to add another half a cup of water, but I'm adding it little by little. According to your flour, the amount of water might be different, so do not add the half a cup of water at once. Add it little by little. So now I'm adding the rest of the water into the dough, and I'm going to mix it well. So now all the ingredients are well mixed. I'm gonna start kneading the dough with my hand. So first I'm going to get all the flour into one dough. So I'm going to knead the dough on top of a silicone mat. You can always use your tabletop. I'm sprinkling some all-purpose flour. So now I'm going to start kneading the dough with using my both hands. And also remove the sticky part of the dough and move it. Do not add it to the dough. So to get a perfect bread dough, we have to knead it continuously to 10 to 12 minutes. So this is after 10 minutes kneading. You see my dough is now stretching out, so I will knead it for another 2 to 3 minutes. So now my bread dough is ready. I'm going to let it rest for 30 minutes until it's double in size. So I'm going to put it into a bowl and cover it with a cling wrap. So this is after 30 minutes. Now the dough is double in size. I have greased the bread baking pan with some butter on it. So to make a perfect bread, we have to take the air out of the dough. So I'm pressing it with my hand, as you can see in the video. Then I'm taking the dough out of the bowl. So now we're going to make the dough shape. First of all, I'm pressing the dough with my fingertips. So if there is any air inside, we can get it out. Then using a roller, I will roll the dough a little bit. Make sure to check the width of the dough with the pan, so this can fit into the baking pan. So now we're going to roll the dough into a bread shape. First from the both corners, fold it inside the dough and then roll it around. Follow the same folding method until the end of the dough. And also you have to fold the corners perfectly to have a perfect bread. So make sure you cover it all, and the last edge on the corner as well, you have to stick it into the dough. So now my bread dough is ready. I'm going to place it on the baking pan. So now I'm going to cover this with a cling wrap. I'm adding some oil on the cling wrap so that the dough will not stick into the cling wrap. So we need to keep the dough to rise 1 inch above the baking tray, then we can let it in the oven. So I will leave it for another 20 to 30 minutes. So this is after 30 minutes. You can see my bread is now 1 inch above the baking tray and it's ready to be in the oven. At this time my oven is preheated in 200 degrees Celsius into 10 minutes. So now I'm going to place this in the oven. I'm placing the baking tray on the bottom layer of the oven and I'm going to bake this in 200 degrees Celsius into 20 minutes. And then I'm going to bake this in 175 degrees Celsius into 15 minutes. So I finished baking my bread. I baked it for 35 minutes in total. So this is how my bread looks. I'm going to move it from the baking tray into a cooling rack. As you can see, the bread is well baked on the bottom sides and on the top. So now I'm going to apply some butter on the top of the bread and I'm going to close it with a kitchen towel and leave it to cool down for around 20 minutes. So this is after 20 minutes. You can see I have a perfect bread. So this is a very easy recipe to be prepared. I'm going to show you after cutting the bread. This is exactly perfect than the ones that you buy from the shop. So very soft as well. So today I'm going to enjoy this bread with some coconut sambal. So you can give it a try when you have all the ingredients at home, and it's super easy to make this bread. So thank you for watching my video. See you again with another delicious recipe.